here we are again. Hey, you know what? I've been meaning to tell you, you're perfect. You're always,
I know.
You're always your best.
I know.
You know, you're just. So, this is significantly the big trap of being connected. Isn't
It's
it?
horrible.
Well,
you know what we do to ourselves more than often? We put it on somebody else.
Well, here's the thing. Once we feel this connection, I feel like I gotta be the best possible version of myself and forget all of my crap and be that just for you. So I gotta hide the rest of the crap. So that way, when I get triggered or when I'm pissed off and I'm mad because you don't see how perfect I'm trying to be.
Well,
hopefully you got that.
I can't see it because I'm too busy trying to be perfect myself.
And this is the space where communication is shit.
Horrible.
Oh, it's, how many times have we heard, well, I'm doing what I want because I'm doing what I think they want. That is like the biggest, I'm doing what I think they want. I know they expect me.
Right.
But at the same time, you have this beautiful vision of dancing on rose petals and tiptoeing through everything, and you're just trying to make sure that the person you're connected to accepts you in a space where you're not accepting yourself because you're trying to be perfect.
God, you're so busy trying to be perfect, your world's falling apart around you.
What do you call this?
Crumbling at your feet.
You always come up with great ways to put this into words. I know you do. I know you've got a thing you can call this.
Oh, wait, you want me to label it?
We can't call it the connection trap. We got to call it something that only Sherry would come up with, because Sherry has her shit. Don't pull the Sherry.
Let me think on it.
The equalizer.
Stand still or get it.
Stand.
Right.
Yeah.
Made that
whole stand stiller thing. But anyway.
It's a word, I tell you. It's in the Twin Flame Dictionary, which, by the way, we have.
We've been producing the Twin Flame. No, because all the definitions keep changing.
Over and over.
Don't they? In this connection, don't they all change? They all either change to get more, I don't know, universal, but none of them ever get deeply spiritual, because that would mean that everybody would have transformative power, which they're lacking, or not lacking, but they're missing. Because I want to transform being a perfect person for you when I don't want to be a perfect person for me, because I can't, because I have a past.
I just visualized, that trap we have out there that we get those raccoons in?
Oh, the raccoon trap.
The raccoon trap. By the way, we haven't checked in a minute.
Oh, no, I checked.
Oh, we're good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. It reminds me of that cage, right?
Yeah.
But the cage has a sign on it that says Twin Flame Dynamic. Right? And the trap is a picture of this person. So you're going in. You're going after that picture.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're going after that image. And once you get in there and the door shuts.
What's interesting is your twin finds you in the trap and then takes you out somewhere and sets you free. I know this.
But then what do?
You try to find your way back across to where they are.
You remember when we were at that raccoon?
Yeah,
we took it
against
the law. Well, we wasn't supposed to do it. It was fine. Nobody tell the wildlife people that we let this raccoon go in the wild.
We don't like killing anything.
So we caught it. We were not supposed to transport it. We did. Come cuff us. Right. Anyway, so we take it out, right? Remember we took it out to where there was a creek and some woods and it was beautiful. Mm-hmm. And we let the thing go. What did it do?
It didn't even look back.
Oh, gone.
Yeah.
Ran.
Yeah, ran right back.
Ran.
To our house.
Right. Mm-hmm. We didn't chase it.
Mm-hmm. So
we didn't chase it.
Yeah, but no, because it was a runner.
It ran.
Yeah.
We didn't chase it.
Boy, that's a whole different. Do you understand what we just said or what we just did? Hopefully you caught it and hopefully you understood it. But we're talking about the perfection trap.
We are.
The perfection trap is the don't deserve, or it's like the whole word deserve in this connection. What is it doing to you?
What do I deserve?
Tell me if we had to say, hey, we want you to post a comment down here of things that you're telling yourself you deserve or you don't deserve about this connection. List them. Let's see how far this comment thread would go. It really comes down to it.
True. Yeah.
But you really want to love the person without the mask, just like you did in the beginning. But after a while, those masks start showing their ugly heads again. because you think to yourself, well, I've got to be, I'm not, you want to have the argument of, I'm not perfect. I'm never going to be perfect. But at the same time, you keep trying to tell yourself, I got to be perfect for this person. So it's like in between there, somewhere in there is you. But you don't realize that you have been swallowed up by your own thought patterns and processes and the roots that follow behind it.
It's very interesting how it really still plays a role even when we're in union. And I'm going to give you kind of an example. Look, my family tree has twisted roots. They're twisted. They're a mess. Okay, I mean, let's just go on and say my family tree kind of might go straight up in the air.
And then come crashing down.
It's a mess. Anyway, so just this past week, I had some cousins come into town from Tennessee, and they have drove me nuts. Can we just get together? We haven't seen each other since we were kids. Blah 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 blah. No, I'm kind of busy. I'm working. I did not want to expose Lee to that hot madness of fresh hell. I haven't seen the people in a long time, but they're lovely. They're lovely people. They really are very sweet, very sweet. Would never harm anybody. It's just sometimes a shit show, and it just is. So I'm busy. It's funny how I'm listening to Lee. His family's really gone through it the past few months, and I'm listening just today, not lying, just today, and thinking to myself, well, shit. There's fresh hell there too. It's a mess. There's fresh hell everywhere.
It's fresh hell through the eyes of judgment. Hell. It's not. It's completely love
right,
when you look without.
It's funny how we judged ourselves trying to be perfect and not have that image. I didn't want to subject you to that image of fresh hell, which is a definite judgment.
It is.
It's a definite judgment, no lie. It's for sure a judgment, but it's also trying to keep up that. I can't expose that.
Yeah, I don't want them to know that this is a part of me.
Part of me thing.
And the thing is,
that's it. That's exactly it.
When you do that, you don't realize that what you're doing is going to show up in this connection in the worst way. Because literally, when you're rejecting parts of yourself or parts of who you're connected to, you actually don't realize that you're teaching the person you're connected to how to reject those things in you.
Right.
And it's really interesting because when those things happen, you don't see the perfection in it.
Mm-hmm.
You see how that worked?
I did.
It did the whole
yeah.
Right beyond it. So the perfection itself
we're going to get comments about the dings and bells and whistles.
Well,
we forgot. There's a lot, guys. There's a lot to turn off. I know it's annoying.
It actually is because
forget.
we actually kind of choose to have those bells and whistles because those bells and whistles are always constant reminders to be present. So
we're going to take you on some adventures in the next few weeks. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna take you on some walks with us, and we're gonna go live and take you to some parks with us, and
especially on Instagram because we really have an Instagram. We don't really utilize.
I have no idea what it's about.
It's awesome. Well, no, they do lives where people can actually ask to come into the actual video, so that way we can actually bring you in some of those cases if you choose. I mean, it's up to you. But just like when we do our lives here. We really don't have. We have a little sidebar where we can have conversations, but for somebody to actually come in and actually go, oh, Lee and Sherry, it's kind of like on Patreon. Patreon is really cool.
Yeah, Patreon.
If you haven't checked out our Patreon, it's Lee and Sherry. I think it's all going to work.
We'll put the link back here. If you join Patreon, we're going through a series right now of when things get difficult, pathways to connection. And we're actually going through our Patreon members' worksheets one by one and discussing them in videos and talking
without
to
their
them.
names, of course.
Without their names, it's completely confidential.
Because nobody can actually see anybody.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. And your Patreon.
You know what I love about it? I love the fact that we actually we can go more in depth with kind of like when we do a live. We can't really go in depth like we really want to. But when you actually see what somebody's saying, you literally can help them see what they're saying that's showing up in the connection.
For sure.
So
I like the personal one-on-one that we can be like, okay, look, this is what this is what this person said last week and the week before and the week before. Now let's tie it together.
Mm-hmm.
And we do that.
Yeah.
We do that. Like we spend time away from the desk with these papers and we go through them and we connect with that person and we really spend some personal time trying to.
We actually discuss it between us. That way you
Mhm.
get the male-female connection or connection point. Or even sometimes I have to be in the feminine, she has to be in the feminine, or masculine to masculine. It's really quite profound the way we do it. But we like to do that real time where you can actually see it. So we actually do videos on Patreon, and we're going to be doing a podcast there, which I think is going to be a lot of fun.
That's new podcast. Lee and Sherry's.
We might have some special guests. You never know. You never know, and
yeah,
it could happen.
We're waiting for podcast equipment to get here.
Yeah, podcast. Me with a microphone. I'm really looking forward to
Lee
that.
and Sherry with microphones
and headsets. So we're going to be doing that. But
can we not make it a family show? It's our podcast. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, it won't be. I promise you, there won't be family. Under 13 parental guidance is advised. So we are doing something for all of you that like to watch us here. We're actually going to be doing a twin flame activated root camp. You can do it in one session. You can do it in 2 sessions, 3 sessions, so on and so forth. And here's the catch. So the one session is $111.
$111.
Yes. 3 sessions is
$333.
What is it? I think it's 4 sessions.
$444.
So if you're looking for 444, you just found it. 777 is 7 sessions. And of course, 11 is 11.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
So if you're looking for some inner ways to actually see, okay, if you want to fix, I'm trying to be perfect. I'm trying to be the best I can be for them. I'm hiding what I really am. You don't realize that some of those things affect how the love is actually supposed to flow through it. So guess what? We're going to do this for the month of May. We're going to make sure that you have a space that you can come into, whether it's for one time or a whole bunch of it. It's up to you.
We're not doing 5s or 6s because Spirit told us not to.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It just kind of like excluded that. 222s there.
We did 3. I mean, we're not doing 5s or 6s. $111, $333, $444, $777, or $1,111
so we're following,
for 11 sessions.
So we're following spiritual guidance.
Yes.
So, and we're actually going to be taking a lot of that spiritual guidance. We actually are going to give you back your transformative power to actually change your connection to yourself, to change your connection. So it's going to be very deep, very quick. We're not going to sugarcoat anything.
It's a limited time. We're not doing this long.
No. But we know that there are people who keep screaming, I need help. So this is your chance. We're here. Let's do this. But know that this isn't going to...
Spirit's been
this
showing
is
you
going to be
numbers.
all around your connection, and it's going to be centered around you. So that way we can change your polarity.
Let's get back real quick and finish up our discussion on perfection.
Okay.
What's it called? What'd you call it? The twin flame
Trap.
Trap.
The trap. The biggest trap.
It's the perfection trap.
It's the biggest, most annoying thing because you don't know where it comes from. You don't know why all of a sudden you start feeling this way. You know, not feeling good enough. Because sometimes you can't get to the root of why you actually experience that. And then you think it's the other person in this connection, but the other person in the connection literally gets to just watch you, and then they can just follow how you treat yourself. And then it really becomes this tangled web of traps.
Yeah.
Because once you've actually set up, this is who I am, and then all of a sudden
and you start lying.
Oh,
oh my God!
It's easy to put on a mask. It is easy to put on a mask because then you can be mad at them for loving who you are in the mask. You're getting mad at them for all the wrong reasons. You're not mad at yourself for putting on a mask to try to be perfect for them, or even worse, you're saying, "Oh, they probably should go up and be with somebody better than me," and you put that word "better" in place, or you end up doing and saying things that you don't see that comes across in an energy form, and you don't realize that energy form just kind of really trust us. We know we still are in it, but I think we've been going through it for a specific reason to help you go through it and come out the other side connected. So it's not something that's easy to do, but for some reason, here's your soul, here's your ego, here's the way it all comes together. Here's the emotion that sits in between it that keeps you kind of stuck. So we actually are going to do that with this special. So hopefully we'll see you on that side of it. All you got to do is when you do message us, you're going to have to email at info@relationshipreinvented.com. please put in there twin flame activation root camp or just RC, however you want to do it. And then we will know that you are next. So, what else do we have? I think, what are you doing to be perfect in this connection? And have you had communication about that with the person you're connected to? Now, some people get caught up in the perfection of the friendship. Oh, I think we should at least be friends.
Okay.
Because, they're out there doing everything, but you never consider yourself an option, so they don't see you as an option. That can happen
Well,
too.
you consider yourself as a friend and they see you as a friend.
Yep. So, do you want them to see you through the eyes of how you see you, or do you want to change that? That would be the question.
Because it blows up in your face. It
At
happened
some
to
point.
me a lot. A whole lot.
It happened to me.
Not as much as
More than you know.
Not as much as you have. Not as much as it happened to me. I mean, I really tried to keep you shielded from my
Yeah, we'll get into the eggshell video later on, because when you walk on eggshells, that's rough, and you don't even know why you're walking on eggshells or what that's supposed to prove. But it seems like somebody really needs us right now, so they called everything. So
somebody we need to talk off
yes.
the ledge.
So we love you. We will be talking to you guys all soon, and know that we're right here. We got you. Be perfect.